Our movie premiere in half an hour is Losing Chase, starring Helen Mirren and Beau Bridges. First, Kirstie Young brings us 5 News.
Tonight, the Labour leader tells 5 News, let's concentrate on policies, not sleaze, and he insists he'll say no to the union. We have an exclusive interview. And let the plane take the strain. Why flying around Europe could soon cost you less. Plus, Swampy wants your vote too. His platform, no cars, no planes. We talk to him underground. We'll have all today's sports news, including highlights from today's soccer. And football's train spotters, the ground hoppers driven to visit every stadium in the country. But first, sleaze is back at the top of the political agenda tonight. No, there are no new revelations, but all 3 main parties have agreed that it's time now to turn to policies. John Major promised tonight that he would act quickly and decisively against any Tory MP found guilty of wrongdoing in the Cash for Questions affair. But will the politicians be able to stick to their promise to drive the election agenda back to policy? Here's our political editor, Mark Easton. Right, we're going to take a short break now. When we come back, we'll have an exclusive interview with Tony Blair here in the 5 News studio. And in sport, Lee Wellings joins football's train spotters on their Easter bonanza. We'll also have a full sports bulletin, including highlights from today's football. That's all coming up in 5 News in just a couple of minutes' time. Do join us. It's 8:41. This is 5 News. Welcome back. As you saw in Mark Easton's report, the Labour Party unveiled its general election slogan today, Britain deserves better. Tonight I talked to the Labour leader Tony Blair and asked him whether Britain also deserved better politicians and better campaigning.
It does, I think, yes. And one of the reasons why we launched the new campaign was so that we can go positive, we can tell people the things we're actually going to do. For example, today we're making a launch on education, saying how we're going to raise standards in schools.
And what worries me, Kirstie, is I had a great time.
Sad boy. That was Lee Wellings there with our sport. Let's take a look at our main stories tonight. The Labour leader Tony Blair says he wants to move on from the soup of sleaze and concentrate on positive policies. And tonight John Major promised that he would act quickly and decisively against any Tory MP found guilty of wrongdoing in the Cash for Questions affair. And we have some news just in. 17 people have been killed and 60 injured in a train crash in northern Spain. We will bring you more on that story in our news updates after the movie. And in other stories, 2 Scout leaders have been killed by a rockfall in Shropshire. 5 News is back tomorrow at 8:30. There are, of course, updates throughout the night. 5 News Early is on air at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. From me, Kirstie Young, do have a very good evening.